Sandman is a bending tool designed and manufactured to make the task of putting sand in freestalls easier and more time efficient. Beginning at the base, we have a 2x5-inch tubular frame that creates a lot of strength to hold the load of the sand. At the front of the buggy, we have a 5x5-inch square tube pitch to provide plenty of strength when turning with full load. At the front of the buggy, we have an adjustable clevis which makes hooking up to the buggy easy with various clevis heights. The frame of the buggy rides on 11 by 15-inch tires all the way around. All frame stress points have been beefed up with straight corner gussets to provide strength when turning with full load. Atop the frame rests a 5-ton stainless steel hopper which can hold up to 5 tons of sand, and the stainless steel ensures easy clean out with limited rusting. After the sand is loaded into the hopper via skid loader or end loader, it is then ready to put the sand into the freestall. The motors at the back of the Sandman are driven by hydraulics, with the first motor running your center apron, which brings the sand to the rear of the buggy. This motor runs with number 60 heavy chain, and it has a spring tension idler to maintain spring tension. The sand is brought to the back of the buggy and can be metered with the rear door to match flow to ground speed. Once the sand comes to the back of the buggy, it falls onto a high-speed cross conveyor which can throw the sand to either side of the buggy. This conveyor is driven by a second hydraulic motor which also runs on number 60 chain and has its own individual idler. A special axle was created to ensure the motor had no more stress than just turning, with no side-to-side tension from the load on the conveyor. In addition, the center apron runs on its own axle so that the chain always runs true, and the initial startup tension on the apron does not affect the motor. Both the conveyor and the apron run on sealed bearings to keep sand out and serve for long life. The shield was constructed to keep sand off the motor and the chains on the cross conveyor. This shield can be removed if need be. Once the sand falls out the back, it is kept true on the cross conveyor with the deflector shield. In addition, the whole conveyor rides inside 2 slides, which makes the conveyor adjustable front to back. In addition, the whole conveyor can be removed if need be. Along with those slides, the motor, which drives the cross conveyor, rides with the conveyor, so there are no problems in steering. At the opposite end of the drive, we have an adjustable idler so that the cross conveyor can always be kept true to tension and tracking. Additional gussets have been added in various stress points. Being that wet sand is heavier than fertilizer, we beefed up certain items for long life. At the bottom of the center apron, there's a scraper plate to wipe the center apron clean and reduce the amount of sand that is carried underneath the buggy. All hydraulic hoses are 1/2 or 3/4 inch pipe ready. All steelwork in the buggy has been primed and painted to resist rusting. Both hydraulic motors run off one set of hydraulic hoses, making operation simple and eliminating any chatter that would occur with PTO drive and turning. To accomplish both hydraulic motors off one set of hydraulics, we routed them through a priority valve which starts up the rear cross conveyor to full speed prior to ever starting the center apron. What this means is the back conveyor gets the top operating speed before it ever has a load on it. Once it's up to top operating speed, then the center apron begins to move the sand to the back so it can be distributed and installed. The center apron also can be maintained tension-wise on either side of the buggy. The operating speed of the center apron can be using a flow control valve at the front, which is an addition to the rear gate to adjust your flow of the sand to the back. The rear conveyor speed can be adjusted using a needle valve inside this priority valve to change the speed of your rear conveyor depending on how far you want to throw the sand. Both hydraulic motors are tied together in one set of hoses using Pioneer couplings, and when not in use or moving the buggy down the road, the hoses are easily stored within the frame of the buggy. In addition, there's room to store a hitch pin so that you always have one available to hook up the buggy. The Sandman was designed and built by dairy farmers for dairy farmers using test trials on our own dairy to perfect every component of the buggy. Quality construction of the buggy ensures long usefulness on dairy farms for time to come. Now that I've given you a preview of the buggy, we'll let you take a virtual tour of all the individual components so that you can get a better look at the Sandman. Thank you.